Hello again, retro fans. Retro Holder 87 here. Why have fun reviewing with just one toy when you can have fun reviewing with two? And for what I'm about to show you on today's episode, it is oh so very fitting. Join me as we take a look at two iconic characters from the WWF. These two twins towered above most. I present to you the African Dream Akeem and the Big Boss Man. So stay tuned as we discuss their Series 1 WWF Hasbro action figures. Hello and welcome to another episode of Figures, Facts and Fiction. On today's episode we are going to be doing not one but two iconic action figures from the WWF Hasbro toy line. I will be going through each of these figures' histories, features and any figure fiction that is attached to the character or the figures themselves. Now, I always saw these two as the penultimate level to the Series 1 Big Boss, which was Andre the Giant, but I will be discussing his particular figure on another episode. As always, I like to start with a brief history of the character from the WWF and what made them so successful to have an action figure created for these guys. So first up, we should start with the Big Boss Man. In June 1988, Ray Traylor joined the WWF as the Big Boss Man, a character inspired by his previous career as a corrections officer. Wrestling as a heel managed by Slick, Big Boss Man's post-match routine often included handcuffing his defeated opponents to the ring ropes and beating them with a nightstick or a ball and chain. Boss Man began his first major WWF angle by attacking Hulk Hogan on the Brother Love show. During this feud, he also challenged Randy Savage for the WWF Championship and formed a team with Akeem, formerly billed as One Man Gang, his UWF opponent, to form the Twin Towers. They feuded with Hogan and Savage, who formed the Mega Powers. And the second action figure we have on the list, the African Dream Akeem. George Gray is an American retired professional wrestler, better known by his ring name, the One Man Gang. But for 2 years in the World Wrestling Federation, he was also known as Akeem the African Dream. At WrestleMania 5, the Twin Towers defeated the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, and then for most of spring and early summer in 1989 feuded with Demolition, Axe and Smash over the Tag Team Championships. Like I said previously, these two were part of the first wave of the ever-growing popular WWF Hasbro action figures. Now, before we jump in and discuss these two action figures, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I really appreciate all your support and you'll get notified of all my toy reviews and my toy tours that I'll be doing on my channel. Thank you. These two were part of a 12-figure assortment which I have covered a couple of the other figures if you wanted to go check those videos out also. So let's jump in and review our first action figure, the Big Boss Man. So the Big Boss Man, as I mentioned to you earlier, comes with his corrections officer attire in the blue and the black pants with the yellow stripe. Also his iconic sunglasses there. This particular figure comes with a nightstick accessory, which leads me nicely onto how to perform his action move action. Here on screen I have uploaded an image so you can see the Big Boss Man of what he would look like on his iconic WWF backing card. Also on the back it does show a demonstration of how to perform his action move onto other superstars. So to finish off reviewing this particular action figure, we do have a small piece of figure fiction. This is actually based not on this particular one, but this figure is actually used, or should I say the bottom half of this figure is used. So what people tend to do with this figure is use his bottom half, but they actually create an action figure called Tugboat. Now Tugboat was a character from the WWF, but the plans to have him released in the action figure range were cancelled, as he portrayed a new character called Typhoon, which was a part of the Natural Disasters tag team with Earthquake. So next up we have the African Dream Akeem. This particular figure comes with his yellow entrance attire and his blue hat, yellow boots there. He also has his hands posed to do his dancing moves down the ring as he's walking down to his opponents. This particular figure does have a headbutt in action, so you are able to crack some skulls on the other opponents.
Oh, I didn't miss that time.
Here is also an image of Akeem on his backing card as well, and as I flip over to the reverse, this shows you a demonstration of how his action move is performed also. So to finish off with a very unique bit of figure fiction for this story, once this character was rebranded from being the One Bang Gang to the African Dream Akeem, and he started doing promos with this character and his persona, they started to see a resemblance which had another character's persona and talking and abilities, which was the son of a plumber, Dusty Rhodes. So in the figure talking community, people actually say that this was a mistake of the famous Dusty Rhodes and his particular character. So these two being fairly common figures to pick up, the challenge with this particular one is to have an original nightstick accessory. Again, you can get some fairly decent customs on the market, but they are of a lot softer and bendier plastic, just to tell the difference between those two. The difficulty with this particular figure is to have some lovely stiff arms and also to have minimal paint loss through both these figures, which it can be the challenge of them being past 30 years old. So that is two more iconic action figures from the golden era of WWF and Hasbro. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you can be notified of more of my toy reviews and also my toy tours, and I will be doing hopefully some toy shop tours as well. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. But on that note, unfortunately, we have come to an end of another epic toy review episode. I really do appreciate all your support. I do hope it has been entertaining and informative, as it always is for myself. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care. Bye bye. These two action figures, don't forget to like, share and subscribe